Do you need a lawyer to incorporate a business? The answer is no, it's not necessary unless there's maybe certain regions or certain jurisdictions where you need to. But in general, no, it's not required. Should you have a lawyer incorporate for you if you're going to incorporate a business? Probably. That depends. So for starters, in order to determine if you should have a lawyer do the incorporation for you, it depends on the nature of the business, your experience, your comfort level with doing that. Just so for example, if you're starting a photography business where it's just you're the owner operator, it's just photography, and you feel like it makes most sense to incorporate, and you have a legal background, an accounting background, and you're pretty comfortable with the incorporation process, and it's going to be a simple incorporation process because you're the only shareholder, there's no real operators other than yourself, there's no board of directors, there's no complicated share structure. In that case, it might be fine just to do the incorporation process by yourself, save yourself some money, just because it is a simple incorporation and it's really just you, and you don't have to worry about those extra complications for the corporation. You're probably not going to have bylaws. Whereas on the other hand, if you're starting a big construction company, it's you and a few friends, you're going to need a bunch of equipment, and maybe another friend is going to join you in the future, and you're going to get business loans, and you want to have a different share structure, you're going to have different officers, you want to have company bylaws and things like that, and you have no experience whatsoever in that business law field, in accounting and things like that, then definitely it just makes sense to get a lawyer to do that for you. Obviously it's going to be an extra expense, but in that case I would say it's worth it just to get it set up properly, to make sure you have the share structure set up properly to split among those owners, and in case you get a new owner or one of the original owners leaves, to make sure you have your officers and directors assigned, and you have bylaws, and you just have that whole kind of booklet that a law firm can provide, kind of like a minute book sometimes they'll call it, where it's just all the information about your corporation. So in that case, I would definitely recommend just paying the extra money to have a lawyer incorporate for you. And then on top of that, before even incorporating, sometimes it makes sense to incorporate, sometimes it doesn't. I would get some input, some feedback from someone who's experienced in that field to give you some insight as to whether or not it makes sense to incorporate. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes people go ahead and incorporate, and then they end up just having that extra expense and that extra administrative work with not that much benefit. And sometimes there's even negative impacts of incorporating. So before you even decide to incorporate, do some research, talk to some experienced professionals to help you decide if it makes sense. And then if it does make sense, just kind of refer back to what I had said here. If it's a really simple incorporation, it's just you're pretty comfortable with that process, have a good understanding of it, then it's probably okay to incorporate yourself. If it's more complicated, you don't have that knowledge and expertise and comfort level, then definitely just find a suitable lawyer to help you with that. So hopefully that was helpful. If you like the video, just click like. You can check out my channel. I've got dozens of other videos on business startup and business management topics. And if you have a question on those topics, feel free to just leave a comment in the comment section and I can address it there or even make a video on it.